Okay, so somebody had completely removed the lightning protection over here instead of replacing it. This is what was in here. We're going to be putting it back in there. Ditek surge protection. Pretty good stuff. Okay, these are the modules. So if you had this, you would order this part number, this top one, B and 24. Got my ground connected already, as you can see there. Notice how one side says unprotected, the other side says protected. Then you have the 1 plus, 1 minus, 3 plus, 3 minus. And over here, same thing. Excuse me, that's a 2, not a 3. It's kind of hard to tell the way that light's hitting it. Anyway, you hook up the corresponding one to it. So 1 plus over here would go to 1 plus over here on this side. 1 negative would go to 1 negative. And then you got for a second circuit, so you could do 2 circuits with this. So technically, whenever it blows 1, you can just move it over to 2 if you're only using one of them, which that's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna put that in, and I'll let you see it while I'm putting it in. Hopefully you'll be able to see it okay. Make sure not to short out your wires while you do this too, okay? Start shorting out wires, it's not a good thing. So, let me take this out of here. So I just removed that little plastic piece. Notice how I stick it all the way in up to the installation there. Alright people, see how tight and it caught? You just snug it up a little bit more. And then tug on your wires. I'll come up to the ones that are loose. It's very frustrating. This job site is an hour and a half from the office. Come all the way out here and then it'd just be a loose wire. I tighten it all the way down. Notice I'm just using 3 fingers here. Get it so it hits tight. Turn it just a little bit more. You gotta be careful. Use common sense with that. Don't do something that's gonna break. See here, somebody cut our wires off so short. I mean, you got this big box. Why not leave you a loop of wire? People don't think things through. They don't think about the next guy, only about themselves. So I stuck that in the positive side. tug. Be careful sticking this in because this is braided. Wire says solid on that one, so I've seen a little braid jump over there, short it out, and then pop the circuit. We're not here to create troubles, we're here to fix troubles. Okay. So, we got our 2 wires in there, and it's only fit one way. Make sure it's good in there. We're going to put our backing on it. And that's that. That's how you do a Ditek surge protection out in the field. If you don't hook up at ground, it will not work. So hook up a good ground. It's actually going to a ground rod. Me, I leave the paperwork in the box. Don't leave your stuff sitting in the bottom of the box here, because what'll happen, sometimes water will come up through that conduit and fill up the box. Well, if you put your surge protection down in the box, it'll just sit there and eat it up because it's DC voltage. Hold it up. Lid on. Me, I'm pretty anal. Anal about it. I put the writing right side up. Now these Cantex boxes, don't strip out the screws. Use a screwdriver. Do not use a drill on these because it'll strip it out. Or if it's cold outside, I've seen it crack like the corner. It'll crack that. If you crack it, it ain't no good. Don't be lazy. So yeah, pretty snug. Especially if these things have been sitting out in the sun. This one's sitting in the shade. It'll that UV will eat it up over time. So that's how we replace it. This is what it looks like right here. What it's doing is coming from a clubhouse over there to an apartment, and then I'm just leaving, going back over to the other set of apartments over there. Now, as you can see here, screws get rusted out like that. You see that on these things? It means water's getting in there, typically, and rusting it out. So just pay attention to those. It seems like I got the issue fixed. What I've seen in the past, people come along here, they'll take a little drill bit, drill a little hole right there in the conduit, right there in the conduit, and then water will drain out. Sometimes they even drill a hole in the bottom of the box. What you're supposed to do is put a weep in there. A weep is this little connector that go on the bottom here, and it has a little screen on it, keeps bugs out. But it lets the water out and it lets air go in there so it don't condensate for temperature change. Anyway, that's all for now. This is a pretty long video for me. I typically don't do ones this long, but I figured I'd take the time to explain that while I had it open. Thank you. Make sure to like and subscribe, okay guys?